Sharma and I am here explaining you what is synchronous and statistical time division multiplexing. First, let's see what is synchronous time division multiplexing. Synchronous time division multiplexing allocates exactly the same time slot to each device at all times. Now it allocates time in frame. Now what is frame? Time slots are grouped into frame and frame consists of one complete cycle of time slot. In a system with n input line, each frame has n slots obviously. Now what is frame? This is called frame. This one. There are 5 PCs connected to multiplexer and this multiplexer put all first input of all PCs, respective PCs in frame 1. Similarly, the second inputs of all PCs are grouped into frame 2. Via medium, all these frames or the packets transfers to the multiplexer, which is on the another end of the transmitting media, from where all packets are again divided into their respective PCs. This is how synchronous TDM works. Synchronous TDM can compare to a very fast rotating switch. A switch moves from one device at a constant rate in a fixed order Now, what is framing bits? The order of receipt tells the demultiplexer where to direct each time slot. So no addressing is required in synchronous time division multiplexing. This is the advantage. Now you can see synchronous time division multiplexing works by multiplexer giving exactly the same amount of time to each device is connected to it. This time slice is allocated even if a device is nothing to transmit. This is wasteful in that there will be many times when allocated time slots are not being used. As you can see here, B1 is not there and C2 is not there. B1 and C2 datas are not there, such that in frame 3 all space is being used as A3, B3 and C3 are there. In frame 2 the space number 1 is not being used as B1 is not there. In frame 1 C2 is not used as, but still space is allocated to them, so this is wasteful. This shows how data are transferred. First of all, each A3, B3 and C3 are grouped into frame 3, A2, B2 and C2 is not there, so space is allocated to them, but it is wasteful. And similarly in frame 1 all data in the first series are allocated. Now synchronization takes place, demultiplexer is put over on the other end and then again it is subdivided to their respective devices, and this is what we call demultiplexing. Hope your doubt related to synchronization time division multiplexing are clear. Now, what is statistical time division multiplexing? As the name suggests, statistical, dynamically. In statistical time division multiplexing, slots are dynamically allocated to improve bandwidth efficiency. A statistical multiplexer transmits only data from active workstation. If a workstation is not active, or space is not wasted on the multiplex stream, a statistical multiplexer accepts the incoming data stream and create a frame containing only a data to be transmitted. Then what is the disadvantage of the synchronous time division multiplexing is that it also allocate the space even if data is not there. the figure shows the statistical time division multiplexing, how it transfers the packets. Statistical multiplexing is facilitated through packet mode or a packet-oriented communication, which among other is utilized in a packet-switched computer network. We can see B2 is not there in PC2 and C3 is not there in the PC3 and D3 is not there in the PC4. Likewise, synchronous time division multiplexing, it frame allocates the space for the missing elements also. But in the statistical time division multiplexing, due to dynamic allocation of the spaces, the space is used, not wasted. The number of inputs devices are 4 and the number of slots per frame is 3. Hope your doubt related to statistical time division multiplexing are clear. But you may have doubt how statistical time division multiplexing improve efficiency over synchronous time division multiplexing. Let me solve your doubt. Synchronous time division multiplexing wastes the slot, the source does not have any data, while statistical time division multiplexing allocates dynamically on demand. Thus, if a source does not have any data in slots can be used by the another source, empty slots are not wasted, they are being used. I have taken the reference from the Forozan and credit goes to CD Parmar sir. Thank you for watching my video.